pull out it. Felt it twinge. It's not gone, but.
Do you want to know how I test ACLs in the late stage of rehab using the fatigue protocol? Well, watch this video then. So we're starting off with a warm-up, just a 10-minute warm-up with the exercises you see on the screen and the sets and reps. Even here, we're assessing the stability. So for example, if you look here, you can see that he lacks stability in both knees during these two jumps. And this is even in the warm-up, so this is a bit of a red flag straight away. Next, go into some lateral step-ups, just on a low platform. Again, I'm watching all his movement here to make sure he's got the right stability in his knee, his foot placement's in the right position, and I'm trying to get him to make sure his technique's perfect. Moving on to banded activation, just your classic, there's no specific here, we're just trying to get them hips nice and warm. As it's the warm-up, there's nothing too intense here. Next, getting the glutes involved, as they play a key part in the plyometric side of things, and then finish off with some ankle pogos. Now that he's nice and warm, we're going to move on to the fatigue protocol of things. So for the first round, we're using the assault bike. Obviously 20 seconds go in, 40 seconds low. We're going to repeat this 3 times. The first test is the vertical drop jump test, and this one's going to be testing the vertical power. Some of the key points that we're looking out for here is his foot positioning of the landing after the jump, and also the foot to floor contact time. Jump 1 is actually a really good jump, so he set the standard high. Jump 2 is slightly different as he moves to the side when he lands. And jump 3, he moves forward. And jump 4 is another good jump. The second round of interval exercises was interval sprints. During this exercise, the client actually felt a slight twinge in their right hamstring, which was something that was going to monitor for the rest of the session. Moving on to test 2, this is the broad jump test, and this is testing his horizontal power. Jump 1, you can see he's a bit hesitant to go to his full power. Jump 2 is a little bit better, there's a bit more power to it. And then jump 3, you can see, again, he's very, very hesitant. So his hamstring is playing a factor into this. Because of the client's hamstring, we decided to stick to the assault bike for the rest of the fatigue protocol. During these next tests is really where you're going to see the hamstring start affecting him quite badly. As you can see, he's not jumping with full power, and it just looks very uncomfortable for him. However, this is actually really important that we discovered this during this session. Obviously, this is fatigue protocol, so we're pushing him to his limits, but in a controlled environment. And the fact that he's actually suffered a slight hamstring strain halfway through this session highlights to us that he needs to really focus on building up that hamstring strength. But obviously, as I mentioned, at this point in the test, he's absolutely knackered. We're on our final round here, but this is his first time doing it, so realistically, he's not going to be perfect. But obviously from this, we're going to create him a little training program, and we're going to repeat this in a few weeks' time, maybe around 4 to 6 weeks, just to give him enough time to actually progress further.